I'm going to show you how to take drill the baffles out of stock Indian Scout pipes, because if you look at the ones that are on the bike right now, both these is aftermarket pipes, got a beautiful sound, but if you look at the color and how tarnished and poor they look, I'm going to X out these darn pipes, get rid of them, and we'll take, over here, we'll take one of the stock OEM pipes. This is not a stage 1 pipe, but this is the stock pipes, and drill out both baffles out of here. We'll show you exactly how to do that. So I've got the stock pipe in a vise here, and I've had these pipes off for a while. So one of the pipes, you can take the bracket on the back and actually get that into a vise pretty good. The front one's on too much of a slope, and the other pipe, it's the front bracket that'll actually fit because it's a slightly more square shape. But whatever way you can, get this thing in here, get it tight, put something underneath it, maybe a rug, because you don't want to drop these pipes and put dents in them. But once you start drilling this thing, it's going to catch, and you know, a good way to sprain your wrist or break a thumb. But what I have here is just got it down, you know, Home Depot Lowe's Lennox 1¼ inch or 32 millimeter hole saw. Make sure it'll cut metal. It may be slow as all get out, but make sure it'll cut metal. And once you get it in here, it'll go right to where that first baffle is. You don't have to sweat that. And this is just a 10-inch extension, which is plenty for the first baffle. And I've got a second 10-inch extension that'll get rid of the front baffle, and you can even attack that from the front of the pipe. So either way, you should be able to get it out. But when you drill this, a lot of noise. Make sure you grease it up a little bit, put a little grease on it, and it'll catch. But once you get past that point where it catches, you should be able to drill the thing out. All right, so I've been drilling for a while, and be careful. I was going pretty quick, like about like that. That's way too fast because it caught at one point and just about, you know, wrenched my shoulder. But go slowly. You might want to stop about every 20 seconds to let things cool off. Put a little more grease on it, just to try to save this thing so you can do the next pipe. It might be the only time you ever use it, but you got to at least get 4 baffles out. Some people just take out the 2 rear baffles, but I'm taking both of them out. And once you break through that, I'm all the way through, then the tricky part is to get that baffle out. So with a decent flashlight or your cell phone, if it works, you can actually look down here and you can actually get that baffle out. Sometimes easier said than done because the magnet wants to stick to the sides of the pipes. But if you can see that baffle, you should be able to get it out. You might even want to turn the pipe, you know, vertical, and see if you can pick that thing out. So you might want to cut again until. All right. So once you finagle this thing enough, you got the baffle right out. It's about the size of a $50, and be careful, it's hot. But you might also want to take the magnet and go in there and get all the filings out. I don't think they're going to hurt anything, but we'll see if we can get you a shot there. In the pipe, it's really kind of hard to see, but it's kind of where that shadow is there. There you go. That you can see the hole going right through, and then at the other end, it's more of a I'm not technologically correct with all the terms, I believe, but it's more like just a little, I don't know, net type piece. But drilling this one from the back is a little tough. I drilled it from the front and the back, and eventually popped a hole through that. It won't take out the entire net piece, but it'll make a nice hole through it and give you better sound. So we are going to drill the one way up there. You already drilled a hole in the back baffle. So once you get up here, and this one is actually harder to drill out than the first little baffle, because it's much lengthier little net type piece like this. I don't know. But you might have to attack this from the back and then the front. It'll catch like crazy. You know, wrench your arm a little bit. So take it slow, take it easy. So if you've got the pipes off the bike, you can also go from the front. If you're doing this, you know, on the bike, of course you have to go from the back all the way through. But cutting a little bit of both sides seems to work pretty good. And you know, that baffle in the front, the net type thing I'm talking about, is a little rounder than your 1 1/4 bit. So you might want to just try to get it right in the center the best you can. All right, so that one takes quite a lot of drilling, and the baffle actually stayed right inside the hole saw bit. But otherwise, you can still use that magnet and pick that thing out. Okay, and then try these pipes. They should sound a lot better.